G'day, welcome to Wolfie's little thing on the internet about vinyl records. Some records came today and I want to show them to you as usual. First up, a little thank you to Tim of Watt Records in the UK. They do an excellent service, little family-owned business. Highly recommend them. I've bought lots of records over the years and they've always turned up in perfect condition, and that's what you want. A little bit slow sometimes, but really I'd prefer something done right than quick. So if you're thinking about spending a lot of money, especially, go to Watt Records. They'll do the right thing. Okay. First of all, I'll just duck down here and I'll grab a couple of records. So I'll just be out of shot for a second, if you can bear it. Sometimes what I like to do is get some records that I sort of missed out on in my youth. And this is one of them. It's Spandau Ballet's True, which has just been re-released on the MOV label, and it's got Pleasure Communication, Code of Love, Gold, of course, Lifeline, Heaven is a Secret Foundation, and True. It's on 180 gram heavyweight vinyl, and it's gold. So it's, yeah, which is sensible, isn't it? Gold, it wouldn't be blue. It's on gold vinyl, and yeah, quite limited. So that's it. If you see it in the shop, pick it up because it's a winner. You'll like it. You will. I reckon that one's a good pickup. And you might remember that quite a while ago I showed you this. This is the old Spandau Ballet Parade, which I got a long time ago when I was a teenager. And this has got Highly Strung on it and Round, which were a couple of hits from them from this album. And this is on yellow vinyl, it's sort of like a clear yellow vinyl. And it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's got a poster in it of the guys in the nude. And I didn't put it up on my wall because of that, of course. Now, there's another record that I kind of missed out on when I was a kid. I sort of ordered a bunch of records because you used to do that in the old days. I probably still do it now, but they used to pull out a big book, like it was almost like a phone book, almost that thick, and they used to look up records for you, and they'd jot down the number. And actually, I've got one. I've got an order form for "Hungry Like the Wolf" by Duran Duran when it first came out from one of the shops. Anyway, my mother, who didn't know her culture club from her Duran Duran, sort of came home with a packet of records and didn't check them, of course, because, you know, mum. It's kind of like, you know, today's music. I don't know. You know, see, I don't follow it. So, yeah. So, anyway, I came home from school enthusiastic about my little package that turned up from the record shop, and I ripped into it, and they weren't my records, they were someone else's. And one of the records inside, funny enough, was this one, Love is a Stranger by the Eurythmics. And I kind of wished that I'd sort of kept it because it was a great song. So not much on the B-side there, it's just kind of like a very plain picture there. But yeah, Annie and Dave, how cool is that? That's just a recent reissue. It's not an old one at all. And you know, the song, it's awesome. It's on the radio every other day, probably every day, to be honest. So yeah, there's that. The other thing that I saw, and I'm not really into this band, but I was thinking about how cool it would be to see a record like this. I wonder if they can actually. So I saw this at Watt Records as I was browsing. And I kind of thought, well, you know, I'll pick it up just because it's that color, and I haven't got that color record in my collection yet. And it's REM with Electron Blue, which I heard, which I played on YouTube a couple of times. It's actually there, and it's not a bad song. And here's the thing: I don't know whether this will show up, but it's actually on glitter vinyl. How gay is that? It's not showing up on the... Maybe you can see it. It's just got little flecks of glitter in it. How nice. Oh, so beautiful. And I thought, well, I might pick that up just as a matter of interest. I wonder if I can get it to reflect some of the light. Maybe you'll see it a little bit better. There you go. Can you see that? That's pretty nifty, eh? There you go. That looks right. So I thought, just for a little bit of fun, I might pick that up. And it was only going for about $5. So you can't complain. And now I can say I've got a glitter vinyl record in my collection, which is rather nifty. Okay, there's something else about at the moment that maybe some of you haven't heard of yet, and I want to talk about it. There's a beautiful, absolutely stunning Queen box set, studio box set albums. Every album that they made in the studio, none of the live stuff. It's all in coloured vinyl. I think there's a couple of black ones in there too, though, because they kind of wanted to have the records sort of match the cover. And a couple of their album covers were mostly black, so that's why they did that. There was one that sort of it's got two records in it, a white one and a black one, because they called it the white side and the black side. What they did in one case, because the record originally came out on CD, and even though they produced a vinyl version as well, the vinyl version has got less tracks on it, or edited tracks, something like that. I'm not sure, one way or the other. But the record is actually shorter than the CD. So what they did is they decided to bring out like a double LP of the thing. And because they didn't have any songs for the fourth side, what they did is they did an etching on that side. Now, the Queen albums, all these Queen reissues are available right now. What Records has got them, and you can pick them up. But there's one thing. They're all black. There's no coloured ones. The only way you can get the coloured ones is to buy the box set, and it's quite expensive, and I've ordered it. Kill me now. It's out there. You can put £25, I think it is actually, on the set and pick it up at when it comes out. Tim will send you an invoice and you will have to pay the rest of it. So and he's got it going a little bit cheaper. If you go to the Queen website, you can see it for about like £285, and I think Tim's selling it for about $240. So if you're interested in Queen, and especially if you haven't got any Queen records, and I haven't, it might be a really good pickup. So I don't think I'll be buying coloured vinyl for a while, he says. Yeah, sure. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm Wolfie Rankin. Take care. See you later. Bye.